As a little girl climbed on Santa's lap, Santa asked the usual question, "And what would you like for Christmas, little girl?" The little girl, with her mouth wide open, looked back at Santa and said, "Didn't you get my email?" Facebook, Twitter, podcasts such as these are all the desired methods of communicating today. I'm confident this podcast will give you something to think about as the new year approaches and goals and resolutions are on everyone's mind.
Your why determines your how, by Rob Zerilli, brought to you by the Association of Free Community Papers.
One of the many great lines from the movie Apollo 13 came from Ed Harris, playing Gene Kranz, Director of Operations at NASA. The famous line was, "Gentlemen, failure is not an option." He was referring to the 3 individuals lost in space and the importance of getting them back secure. You had the feeling they would do whatever was necessary to get those 3 astronauts back home safely. Tom Stevens is a great salesman and also one of the most motivated people I've ever met. When I asked him what motivates him, he told me that whenever he needs to get inspired, he thinks back to one of the greatest motivational speeches he ever heard. One evening, Tom was having dinner with his wife, and she reached across the table and put her hand on top of his and said, "Honey, I'm pregnant." Tom said those 3 words instantly motivated him. And all of a sudden, he had a very big why in his life. He had a big purpose in his life. The one word that will get you more motivated than any other is the word why. Here's the principle. If you have a big enough why, you'll always discover the how. Let me say that again because it's important. If you have a big enough why in life, a purpose in life, you'll always discover the how. Too many people don't have a purpose, and some do. However, they're not focused and determined to get there. Last year, Oprah Winfrey interviewed a man named Randy Lemer. Randy's young daughter was going to die unless she received a new kidney. Randy was eager to give her one of his, but the doctors refused to let him because he was about 80 pounds overweight. But they gave him 8 months to lose 100 pounds. He not only lost the weight, he even said that it wasn't that difficult to do because he had tremendous incentive. He was looking to save his daughter's life. In other words, as soon as he had a big enough why, he discovered the how. When your why gets bigger, you'll get better. In fact, no matter what you do in life, when your why gets bigger, you stop holding back. You begin to go all out. That's why you hear so many stories about police officers and firefighters performing superhuman feats when they had to save someone's life. So to get motivated, you must first discover your purpose. You must first discover your why. To stay motivated, you have to consistently and constantly keep reminding yourself of your why. Some people succeed because they are destined to succeed. But most people succeed because they're determined to succeed. Experts say that motivation or determination is an internal force. We motivate ourselves. We just create an atmosphere around ourselves that helps us move forward. So as you listen to this podcast, ask yourself this question: what motivates me? What moves me? What keeps me moving forward? If you don't identify your why, you will never figure out your how. I recently spoke to my buddy Tom and asked him how things were going. He said, "Great. However, my wife has had to have that motivational speech with me 3 more times." Now the father of 4, Tom is extremely motivated. So from everyone at the Association of Free Community Papers and the Leadership Institute, we wish you a holiday season of warmth, the love of family, and the laughter of friends. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.